we have some pretty big fucking news. Um, we have some Series 4 cards and some Series 5 cards, and they're getting dropped down in Marvel Snap. Series 4 cards are going to get dropped down to Series 3. Series 5 cards are going to get dropped down to Series 4. Pretty much what that means is it just means they're going to be a little bit easier to access. Players are going to be able to grab these cards a little bit easier. Which then means that the meta should hopefully flourish, having these cards, more easily available. Alex and I have made lists on what we think is going to drop down, and we're going to talk to y'all about them right now. Anything else you want to add, my sexy boy Alex?
Yeah. I'm looking at when the last series drop was, and I believe it was almost a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a moment since we've last got a series drop. So, if I'm looking correctly, yeah, I think it was around. Hold on, I'm looking, but it's probably around May or something of last year. No, June of 2024, I think was the last one. So, it's been a hot minute since we've gotten a series drop, and it was only like 12 cards. It wasn't a lot. And the meta has shifted so widely since then that I think now that we're getting another series drop is great news, because there are a lot of new cards in the fray that are kind of not messing up the meta, but could, help newer players, help veteran players kind of play with new cards, play with new decks. So I'm excited to see where this goes.
All right, let's start off. You want to start off with your Series 4 predictions?
Yeah, so there is one card we both know for certain is getting dropped to a Series 3, and that's Dakin.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, or it's been going around, but in the season pass for December, Dakin is one of the cards you will grab. So with that, he's most likely being dropped down to a Series 3, because you're not going to allow people to get a season pass card to get a new Series 5 and a Series 4. So he's getting dropped down to Series 3. And I believe they're going to probably drop down Kitty Pryde. Like, I have money on it that Kitty Pryde's getting dropped down to a Series 3. She was free when she released. She has seen magnificent play in collector decks and just most move decks or bounce decks. So I think Kitty Pryde's going to get down to a Series 3. I have other predictions, but I'm going to say that towards the end of cards I hope get down to Series 3. But that's my Series 4 mainstays. It's Dakin and Kitty Pryde for the moment.
Oh, yeah, same. There's no doubt in my mind that they're both going to get dropped. If they don't get dropped, I'm going to drop a child on his head.
You're giving the people elbow to this child if Kitty Pryde doesn't go down to Series 3.
And that's what I'm talking about. If you smell what the Marvel Snap is cooking. All right.
So when we're to Series 5?
Did you want to... You still have some more in your Series 4.
Okay, if you want to do it like that.
Yeah, let's just go to our Series 4
I have a couple
first.
cards that I believe... Okay, so I have a couple cards that I believe are going to get dropped into Series 4. Like, I say have a really high likely getting dropped, but I wouldn't put money on it. Like, don't call me a gambling man, but the cards aren't in my favor right now. So these cards include Ghost Spider, Hitmonkey, Jean Grey, Meek, Nebula, Silk, Snowguard, Ravonna, Spider-Ham, and then I put Zabu in there, but I really think he's not going to get touched.
I
think
hope
he's
he gets
probably going to
touched.
stay at Series 4 probably for a couple months. But I'm going to give you my quick thoughts on these cards. Ghost Spider has been out for over a year. She's probably become one of the most essential Series 1 move deck cards, right up there with Human Torch and Iron Fist. Like, you need her to move cards around. If you don't, you're kind of fucked, because all your cards just move left. Hitmonkey's been around for such a long time that he's in the same vein of, he was a season pass card. I think dropping him now would be the perfect time for more people playing him, especially with Toxin releasing. He's really good for bounce decks currently, so let Hitmonkey see some more light of day. Jean Grey needs some more plays. I don't see anyone see Jean Grey unless you're one or two people. Unless you're an ongoing deck, which there's 4 of you, unless you're a Sheem deck and you pulled out Jean Grey. And if that's happening, it's very unlikely you're playing her. Meek is probably going to go down because his ability is now getting he doesn't see play unless you're seeing him with the Scorn, and that's very unlikely because he's just kind of ruining getting pulled out and ruining your calling wing. So you don't see Meek getting played. So drawing him to a Series 3 would be great. Nebula should go down. Same thing with Ghost Spider and Hitmonkey's been a season pass card in the past. Silk, I 100%. I have money that Silk is going to go down, but we didn't agree on that on the previous talk before we started recording. She's been out for so long, and she's an essential move card in general, that I just think that let more people play with her because she has such a unique ability that more people should see it. Snowguard, I don't think has the highest chance, but I would like to see more people play Snowguard. It's a cool thing to add cards into your hand, and she goes great with Collector. Bravona, just a simple tech card, would be great to have. Spider-Ham, this boy has been nerfed twice, so he's on his last leg and no one sees him get played. So just, in general, let Spider-Man come back. Just let him be in the fray. Plus, he goes well with against Thanos decks because he's guaranteed to hit Thanos now. So,
yeah.
Just do that, and then, again, Zabu with the new on reveal ability. I just think that he's going to see a lot less play, or you're just not seeing as much as he was when he was a Series 5 ongoing card. So you can knock him down, and I think he wouldn't see that much of a boost in his play. But that's my Series 4 going into Series 3 prediction.
I only want Lady Deathstrike, and that's just more like a personal, I want Lady Deathstrike. So, that's really all I had to say about the Series 4.
Yeah.
There's not too many in the Series 4 list, to be honest, which is kind of weird. I just want Lady Deathstrike because I want more, like, variation in my Destroy decks.
100%.
And Noel was in Series 4, and that would be nice to see him get dropped down, but, I mean, he's not getting dropped down. They love trying to sell me copies of Noel. Be like, hey, you want to pay $40 for this Noel? No. I'll just play a different fucking deck type then, since you don't want to give them to me. So...
The game knows.
They know.
Fuck you. You want Noel. We know you want Noel.
Yeah, they tried giving me Luke Cage for like $30 shortly after we were talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm not doing that. It's because they knew exactly what I was going to do with them, and I'm like, no. So, yeah, that's my Series 4. I just want Lady Deathstrike just for like a personal reason. You want to get started on Series 5? You want me to go through my Series 5?
Yeah, go straight ahead, and I'll just cover up the stuff we don't cover together. So go ahead and hit your Series 5 cards.
Annihilus is like my first Series 5, like get it dropped down. I just don't see him being played. I think dropping him down, making him a little bit more available, you'd probably see some more play with them. People might find something to do with them, or, it just might work a little bit better. Having cards like that are kind of niche in such a, like, hard to get series really hurts the cards themselves, because the people that have access to these Series 5 cards are the ones that have them. They're not going to be playing them because they're so dedicated to playing the meta that they're not going to experiment because they're an infinite. Why do I need to experiment if I'm an infinite? I'm just going to keep playing the same decks that I know are going to win. So I think he's going to get dropped down. Kyera, I have dropped down mostly just because I think they're going to drop him down, or drop her down, excuse me, because of Surtur. I think they're trying to make this Surtur deck, like, really fucking good. And, Kyera just helps out with that. Like, you can't destroy your 6-cost cards, which means you can't destroy cards like Scar and all of that. A 1-cost, you can't destroy your 0. Just stuff like that. I think they're gonna just buffer. Just just for, like, more synergy with Surtur. And then Cannonball, right next to it. Cannonball's getting dropped down for the same reason. I think he's getting dropped down for the same reason because they're going to try and make it seem like... Because especially with the last patch, they nerfed things that work with a Surtur deck, and then they buffed... Or they nerfed things that work with the Surtur deck, but then they also nerfed the things that counter a Surtur deck directly. So I think what they're trying to do with this is they're trying to play both sides. They're trying to be like, look, we're trying to make sure that this deck is still super viable so people can play it and just you know, wreck everyone. But then we're also going to, like, make it seem like we're giving you options to destroy it or to take it down. So, yeah, I think Cannonball is just going to be the next one dropped down because of that. They're going to be like, yeah, fuck it, you get him. You get Cannonball, and he's going to, you know, interact with your Surtur deck.
Your ball.
Huh?
I see he's on a cannon your ball.
He's going to can all on your balls.
Talking. I'm sorry.
He's going to can on my balls.
Yeah, there we go.
Aranya, she's getting dropped down. I think she's getting dropped down just because you need move decks. Move decks are so fucking predictable now that it's just... It kind of hurts going up against them because you're just like, dude, I've already played your deck for you. Like, I know exactly what you're going to do with that deck. And the only way you are going to win is if I don't pull my cards. Because I know exactly what you're going to do with that deck. So having an Aranya kind of like adds more variety to it. It's like, oh, you Heimdall turn 6? But that's... Whoa, I wasn't expecting that! So... I think adding her to like Series 4 makes her a little bit easier for people to get. Thus meaning that hopefully move decks will be a little bit more varied. Hopefully. Because it seems like move deck users all just share the same brain cell and they all just do the same strat. So... Or you have those people that do the disruptive move decks. So...
What do you mean?
What do you mean, the disruptive move decks?
Yeah, like what do you mean? I never heard of the disruptive mood decks archetype. What is that?
It's like Kingpin, Scream, Spider-Man, and Stegron.
That makes okay. Yeah. I was more considering like I'm like, are you playing like Green Goblin, Hobgoblin in a move deck? I'm like, I guess it works, but I've never seen that happen before.
No, not at all.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like move decks that specifically like disrupt your shit and like move your stuff off of your lanes and all that stuff. So that's what I see. What's next? Copycat. I mean, it's fucking Copycat. Okay. That's all I have to say. It's fucking Copycat. Just drop her down. No one's using her. I've used her a few times, and every time it's too gambly, so I don't like it. Yeah, it's just not really that good. It's like a shitty version of Mystique.
Yeah.
Kate Bishop, I don't know, just Kate Bishop because I think they would want some like lower cost cards just kind of in there. Some very like neutral cards. I think it works on a collector deck. I don't have her, so I'm pretty sure that adding 2 cards could work with a collector deck. But I don't know, it just always seems more of like a very like a neutral deck type. It's not really something that's like hard set on, oh, this has to be in a collector deck, or oh, this has to be in a destroy deck. Just something that could like be used generally. Something like a Sunspot. I don't know, just drop her down, let her just see some more general use, kind of see where she could fit in, you know, stuff like that. Jeff. I want Jeff in there just because. My name Jeff.
You are a simple man.
Yeah.
I gotta say. You are a very simple man. I respect it.
Makari. I think you added that.
I did. I'll talk about it when I go to mine.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decent card. I've had it dropped a few times, because, I've been running, like, what do you call it, like an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. deck, where you just kind of, like, get random cards. I've had it a few times. It just doesn't really make sense. It's like a free 3-drop, I guess. But sometimes it just goes to a location where, like, I did not want you there. I did not want you there at all. Nico. Do you have anything to say about Nico? I've just seen her in destroy deck types. Or, like, destroy decks. So I'm like, oh yeah, probably drop her down so destroy deck can have some more variety. That's really, like, the only reason why I'm picking a lot of these, is just for, like, variety's sake. Just so, like, we can see them more often and people can kind of, I don't know, they can kind of experiment some more. I think that's kind of the main reason why people, or why they would drop down cards. If they feel like the meta is getting pretty stagnant, especially in, like, lower collection levels, they'll be like, alright, let's have some people get, like, easier access to these cards. So I think Nico is just one of those that just feels very... what's the right term for it? I'm trying not to sound, like, disrespectful to the card, because I don't think the card's bad. I just think it seems worthy of, like, a drop down, so more people can experiment with it.
No, I agree with you with that statement, because I think Nico is very... I don't know the right word either, but she has a lot of utility in destroy decks currently, and I'd love to see her have more play, especially since I want to see her, since she has, like, 6 things she can do, but, like, no one plays her.
Yeah. So I'd love to see her being used.
I want to play Nico.
So
yeah,
same. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad card. Like, that's not what we're trying to say. We're not trying to say, like, oh, this is getting dropped because it's a bad card. Not like fucking Dakin in Series 4. It's like, just drop that fucking card. Who gives a shit? I think I have Dakin, and I'm just like, okay. When I got him, I was more mad that I got him than, like, oh, new card. I was like, oh, fuck, I got Dakin.
That's crazy. That's insane.
It's been like that a few times.
I got Dakin.
Oh, Jesus, I got this card. This one is more, because of a bet. This one's a bet. So...
it's not gonna happen, huh?
If this happens, I'm $10 richer, guys. I'm putting Symbiote Spider-Man as, like, a drop. Because for some weird reason, they really want people to use this card. They really, really want people to use this card. And I think they want people to use this card because, like, I don't know, it's Symbiote Spider-Man. Like, if more people have access to this card, you are selling a shit ton of variants. Because Symbiote Spider-Man is so popular that even the regular Spider-Man card has a Symbiote fucking variant already. So, I don't know, man. I think they just have a hard-on for Symbiote Spider-Man. But then again, who doesn't? And they just want people to fucking play this card. They're like, because they buffed it when it should have been nerfed. So they're trying to keep it as like that, please use this card. We swear it's a good idea. Please. So... I don't know. I think they're going to use it. It's also one of those cards that just kind of fits in, like, almost every deck.
I also agree, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do not think that's going to get changed at all. I think you're crazy. Honest to God.
I think your mama's crazy.
Legitimately insane if you think that card's going to get changed. Damn, alright.
Up next
Let me call my mom. Mom?
Okay. I have her on speed dial.
Go ahead. Oh, of course you do.
Next up is Thanos.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Thanos, I just think he's getting dropped down because they kind of reworked him. I'd say it's a buff, but it's more just like a rework on how his card works. And I think they want people to use Thanos. I think people just really... People crave the Thanos. You know, they crave to be inside that Thanos. That's it.
Oh, it got sexual real fast.
Thanos and Uranus.
I do. Oh.
And I know it's
Let's
Thanos.
see
I'm
if
not
they
an
have a good
idiot.
time.
I just call him Thanos myself.
Because you're a
That's-
man of culture.
I am a man of culture. Because it's a reference to a WWE YouTube poop from 12 years ago. Penis and Uranus.
Oh.
I've shown you that video.
Of course it is.
The Rock sells crack or something like
I think
that.
you have, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Editor, show the thumbnail right now.
Editor, he's just talking to me.
Editor, show that entire video in its entirety right here. Yeah, but next
Editor,
up is
get copyright strike right now.
right now. Yeah, you would because WWE is real fucky. Beta Ray Bill. I think they're just gonna add him there just because of Jane Foster. They're gonna drop him down. Just more Thor synergy. They just want more Thor synergy. That's about it. That's all I have with them. White Widow. I think they're gonna drop down White Widow. I think she's a good card. And I think people crave the White Widow. That's about it. I like her ability. Combo that with armor, and it just kind of a fucky move. Yeah, I like it. Series 4. Drop her down to Series 4. That way people can get all the horny variants. X-23.
Oh, God, okay, that's not... Jesus.
I know what Marvel Snap does. They do them horny variants for a reason. X-23. Yeah, I just think she's a solid, like, one-cost destroy deck card. Same thing with Aranya. Just drop her down so more people can use her. It's a one-cost. It's not like... It helps out the deck a lot, but it's not like, holy fuck, we have to gatekeep this card or else it's going to destroy the game. You know, just drop her down. War Machine, mostly because I just think War Machine is incredibly useful. It might stay as a Series 5. This is just kind of more of like a personal one. I have War Machine, and I think he's really useful, especially in ongoing decks. Yeah, I just think I think he's just an incredibly useful card. I think people would not disagree with that. And yeah, just fucking drop him down. Let more people have access to him.
I can agree with that.
The hell is WBN?
Werewolf by Night. I had to put it.
Yeah,
had
I was
to,
like, who the fuck?
Put it in a specific way. I didn't know how to write it down, so that's why.
Yeah, Werewolf by Night. I just think I don't see a lot of play. I'd like to get Werewolf by Night. I'd like to use it. Kind of has more. It has some real use. Obviously for a move deck. I don't know. I think he has some more utility than that. I think you could use it in other stuff.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, that's about it. I just think he has more utility.
He's really good with bounce decks. I love playing him. I love playing with bounce.
I don't have him, so I don't really know how he works, and I haven't seen him really at all. I think I've seen him in like one game, so I don't really know how he works too much. But I think it seems like a really fun card, and I would like to have access to him. So,
Understandable. Yeah. I think everyone should play this card. I think it's really fun. I don't think we should keep away these fun kind of workaround cards, especially Werewolf by Night, because you don't see them that often. But every time you do play them, you're like, oh, this is a really enjoyable card.
All right, fucker, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to fire through this because I don't have the same list that Kobe has, but I do have some thoughts about cards. So, real quick, Baron Zemo is definitely going to get knocked down. That's my guarantee. Me and Kobe just didn't agree on it. Just because it's been so long. Nihilus just came out a couple of weeks ago, and he's doing the same thing that Baron Zemo by adding a card to your hand and kind of thinning out your deck. But Baron Zemo was the original person of like, hey, we're going to take cards out. You ain't going to do shit about it. So, I'm glad that I hope Baron Zemo goes down. Next is Black Knight, especially with the rise of Hella decks. I think that Black Knights are kind of finding a more of a solid place in Hella discard decks where even if you don't have Hella, you can kind of put down a 420 Infinite, I forget what the sword's called, but you can put down a sword and that does a lot of shit. So, depending on how this does go, I hope Black Knight goes down, but I don't think so. Black Swan, I think, might go down just because of her ability to kind of... She's an activate card that a lot of people need to play more. She doesn't see a lot of play currently just because who plays bounce decks this often? Who's next? Kyra, Kobe spoke about that. Elsa Bloodstone, I guarantee is going down. Just due to the fact she has the same thing as Baron Zemo, Ghost Spider, and Hitmonkey. She's been on the board for so long that people have not seen her in such a long time, so I think Elsa Bloodstone deserves to come back, especially if Kitty Pryde goes down. Those go hand in hand. Hope Summers is in the same vein. Like, she has such a fun deck to play around with Elsa Bloodstone, Kitty Pryde, and, like, Vision. Like, you can get such a big Kitty Pryde out if you're playing her with Kyra and some other stuff that boosts Kitty Pryde. Like, you can end the game with I've seen 11, 12, even 13 power Kitty Prydes of Hope Summer, Elsa Bloodstone stuff. Iron Lad, I think, is going down. He's just been around for so long that I won him when he was a Series 5, and I finally got him a couple months ago. I think he'd be fun to kind of throw back into the fray of things, especially with Anti-Venom coming out. They go kind of hand in hand. Miss Marvel, same thing with Baron Zemo. She's just been out for a long time. Kobe talked about Nico. I think she has a lot of utility, especially beyond destroy decks, so I would love to see more of her. Pixie's definitely going down. I don't care who you are. Name one person, and if you guys can do this in the comments or anywhere, name one person in the last week that you thought that has a Pixie deck or has Pixie who's played Pixie. I'll blow you. I'll blow you where you stand.
Well, get to sucking, baby boy. I had Pixie in my deck one time this week.
Did you? No. Did you get Pixie by like Agent 13, or did you put Pixie in your deck?
Yeah, I got her from Maria Hill, I think. And I was too afraid to play her because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this means at all. I'm not even going to play it because it might fuck up my whole strategy.
So even by that principle, you'd even play it. No one plays Pixie, so I 100% put down that Pixie's going down. Proxima Midnight, I also believe is going to go down because MODOK is going to stay as Series 4, and having those both heavy hitter discard decks need to go down, especially since that's the stature Black Bolt of discard. So I think Proxima Midnight is going down. Sage, I have a feeling Sage is going down. I doubt it because Sage is really fucking good currently, and I like how you play her around. You play her around different cards. Like, I love how she plays with Wong pretty well, and that she plays well with Silver Surfer, but I don't think so. And Kobe talked about my last two. I think White Widow is definitely going down, and I also think X-23, without a doubt. You can't jump two, but X-23 is 100% going down to Series 4. She's such a prominent destroy card where I think you need to put her down early. You need to drop her a series where she can start getting more plays. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention this because Kobe did. Makari is 100%, I think, going down because I don't play her unless she's in my Storm deck. And I just think she's a fun card to play to thin out your hand a lot more. So, I think Makari can go down.
I think your mom can go down on me.
Oh, that's where we're going.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
That's where we're going, bitch.
So yeah, that's my Series 5 prediction. It's not the most
solidified. I know I put a lot of cards in there. I'm going to say all these and like watch 3 of them happen.
Yeah. I think more than 3 of them.
Listen, if Symbiote Spider-Man happens, I swear to God, I might fight you.
I think it will.
After I hand you $10.
And it'll piss
don't
people
think
off
so.
because,
It's
like, I
too
paid
early.
$10 for this fucking card and it's already available for free.
Yeah, that might do more than just piss people off. People might go nuclear if that happens.
And that would make it even more funny. And then people are already talking about how Pokemon Pocket is kind of killing off Marvel Snap, so I mean...
Yeah. It's taking up that market pretty well. I mean, but that's a discussion for another day. That can be a whole, 2-hour discussion.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much our predictions.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any final thoughts? I mean, we're going to find out in the next, 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah. All right. That's been our talk. It's been nice talking to you all. All right.
Crying. What happened?
Bye,
Who hurt you?
sexies.
Who hurt you? What the hell?
You know who
what
hurt
the fuck
me.
happened? Why? God, the Winter Soldier buff hurt you again.
Yeah. I saw a picture of Winter Soldier, and I got really depressed. All right,
Yeah,
sexies.
fair.
We'll see you in the next
Card
talk.
that got a buff makes someone very sad. All right, bye guys.
Bye.